ein neues Spiel ist zu sehen. Wie man sieht, das Spiel, also
hat ohne Probleme funktioniert.
So, Mo,
Danzo.
So, und wir spielen ein Spiel, was in letzter Zeit so gehypt wird. In der CLANNAD.
Das Spiel, das besser ist als Fallout 4.
Was mehr verkauft wurde als Fallout 4.
Ja, okay.
Das ist schon hart.
Ich kann nicht bestätigen, ob es besser ist, aber...
Ja.
Aber es wurde deutlich mehr gekauft.
Ihr müsst euch mal vorstellen, er hat den Anime nicht mal gesehen. Ja, du mich auch. Auf jeden Fall,
Hast du die Gesichter gesehen?
Ja, ist okay. So, CLANNAD.
Oh mein Gott.
Es geht los.
Let's get it.
Warte, das Team alles ausgestellt ist, ich hoffe schon. Auf jeden Fall, so, New Game.
New Luck.
New Game, New Life.
Shut up. Wer ist auf New Game, New Life?
Okay, let's go. Diesmal bin ich der Hauptcharakter. Wir machen das jetzt so, er spricht den Erzähler.
Naja, wir haben es privat abgesprochen. Mhm. The world is colored white. Warte mal. Das Video! Ah!
Was?
Snow. Wo? Ah, da. Yes, it's snow. Even though it continues to fall, calling me in its illness.
Mein Gott.
Wenn du Augenblicke so machen willst.
Nein.
Ah.
Was? Das ist kein Hentai, das ist nicht das, was du dir mal anguckst.
What could it be doing here? Schnee? Ich meine, ja, was denn sonst? Better yet, how long have I been here?
Dot.
My hands buried in snow.
Ja, Standard mit Shisha.
Yeah! It's holding onto something. I pull it out. Scenario. Jun Maida Kai Yuichi Suzumoto. It's a pure white hand. Du weißt, was er damit meint. Oh, good thing. Also, ja. Warum ist die wohl white?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, that's right. I wasn't alone. I wipe away the snow on her face. Her profile, sleeping peacefully, appears before me. Yes! This girl and I had always been together. Here in this world. This is Sparta. It's empty.
It's Sparta.
Ende.
Spielende.
Also, das ist nicht das Beste. Okay. I hate this town. There's just too many memories here I'd rather forget. Diese Mucke. Every day is the same. Go to school, see friends, come home to a place I can't stand. Nothing new ever happens. Toma aí do bitch.
I wonder if anything will change if I keep living like this. I wonder if my life will ever change.
There's a nature almost everywhere you look around here. I guess today is just another day of trekking through the mountains to get to school. The trip will be so much easier if I could just leave them all. The graphics, Shinori, and gay. If I were able to go in a straight line. Hey, ich hab nicht gelesen!
20 minutes every day. Ja, halt's mal, ich hab's gesehen. How much time would that save me a year?
Fuck you. I try to do the math in my head as I walk.
I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
I can't figure it out.
6 Mathe, huh? I don't see any other student from my school around. This is the main street to the school too. Normally there are students everywhere. Today isn't a vacation day or anything like that either. So I guess that means I'm late. Responsible students don't just stroll into school at this hour of the day, after all. Still, I continue walking at a leisure pace, unfazed by my realization and the deserted scene before me. 200 meters left to the school gates. I stand still for a moment.
Erinnert dich das an etwas?
Sei. I exhale dejectedly while gazing up to the sky. It's the clouds. It's the clouds. Oh my god. There stand the school gates, all the way up the ridge. Whose idea was to put a school at the top of the giant slope anyway? The hill goes on like a never-ending nightmare. There's another thigh, but one much smaller and shorter than mine. I look to my right. Nein, bitte nicht. That gollum face. A girl is standing there. Shut up. Just as still as me. I can tell from the color of the school insignia on her uniform that she's also a third-year student. But she... Gesundheit.
Gracias.
But she isn't someone familiar to me. Her short hair that comes to just above her shoulders flutters in the wind. She seems to be in a verge of tears.
Of tears.
Yeah, of tears. As a repeat offender of late arrivals, I'm not bothered one bit. She, on the other hand, seems far more concerned. The idea of getting to class this late must be pretty upsetting to her. Yeah. She's nodding her head up and down with her eyes closed, as if telling herself something. Was soll ich da sagen?
Dot.
Hey, warum so schnell? She stares up to the school gates.
Ganz schön out mit sein. Hat er davor gesagt.
Do you like the school?
Hä?
Oh, she's not asking me. She's talking to somebody else, someone in her head, I guess. I wonder how he or perhaps she replied. I really like it. But I know that sooner or later everything changes.
Warum gehst du auf einmal mit der Stimme hoch?
Ich bin gerade am Konfigurieren. The fun things. The happy things. All of it. Nothing can stay the same forever.
Ja, hört doch gar nicht.
Die ist traurig, siehst du doch. Oh, guck mal, ihr Mund ist so weit von...
Als Mal, mach jetzt.
She continues to talk to herself awkwardly. Even if the things change, will I still be able to enjoy it there? You just... Oh. Hey! Als ob du nie den Fehler gemacht hast.
Nein.
Yeah.
You just have to find... Hab ich schon gesagt?
So, just gesagt.
You just have to find more. That's it.
Jetzt klingt's irgendwie weiblicher.
Ja, sorry.
Was ist das für eine Reihe? Die Maid!
Sorry. Okay.
The girl looks at me, surprised. It's almost as if she thought she was alone this whole time.
Jetzt wieder nochmal. Then you just have to find more things that are fun. More things that make you happy. That's all.
Ach so, danke.
That can't be too hard, right?
The expression on her face. Yes. I remember I remember those days. What if I felt like to be a naive simple? Ja, die Pfeife ist tot. That's something we all experience.
Come on, let's go. Fuck this shit.
We stopped to climb
The hill. Ja,
the long
Heil.
Heil. Problem? April.
Warte, meine Schwester Geburtstag. 14. April.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch.
Danke.
Ey, bei den meisten VNs, ne, sind die Tische mal leer. Komm her,
Oh, ey, das sind Bücher.
Oh, warte mal.
Nice! Auf Details geachtet, aber sonst ist das leer.
Okay. The teacher called a student's name. Upset as usual. I looked to my side where Sunohara's desk sits empty. His attendance rate is even worse than mine. You see, the two of us are often labeled as the delinquents at school. Oh. But that's probably why we get along so well. He's really the only person in class I can have a honest conversation with. Nevertheless, today's classes begin. I spent time looking out the window. The teacher's voice go in one ear and out the other. Sorry for my English. Class is finished, bringing the school day to an end. Sooner never did show. In fact, the only person I've spoken to all day is that girl from this morning. It really is just another ordinary day. Since I'm not a part of any after-school club, I grab my empty bag, cut through the pack of jabbering students and leave the classroom. I could go home, but there won't be anyone else there at this hour. Not anyone I'd want to see anyway. I don't have a mother. I was told she died in a car accident when I was still little. I don't even remember what she looks like. After her passing, my father sank into a pretty deep depression, probably due to the shock of it all. Using alcohol to numb his pain, he wasted away his days gambling. Because of that, a lot of my time as a kid was spent arguing with him, actually.
Ich schlaf noch.
Shut up. But one day, our relationship took a turn for the worse. He got violent with me. Ever since then, my father stopped showing his emotions. He also stopped calling me just Tomoya, instead calling me Tomoya-kun, as if I were nothing more than strangers. And indeed, he turned into just that at this point. It's like he's retreating into some kind of shell, as if he's trying to sever the present from the past. It'd be better if he just pushed me away completely, or even just keep hitting me. At least then I'd know where I stand with him. But no, every time he sees me back home from school, he brightens up like an old friend, is visiting and starts making small talk. It hurts so much. I can't stand being home alone anymore. That's why I stay out so late now. If I come home when I know he's asleep, I don't have to see him. It's why I go to bed at dawn. Of course, then I don't wake up until noon. I've been late almost every day since starting high school. I've spent my life like this for almost 3 years now. Today is no different either. I go home just to change out of my school uniform, then leave again before my father gets back. The routine practically feels ingrained in me at this point. I wander around town aimlessly until nightfall. No matter what, I always end up at the same spot.
Place.
Ja, tut mir leid, wenn du so schnell bist. On my way, I grabbed some takeout from one of the local restaurants. I carry it with me as I walk down the massive hill from this morning towards the school dormitory. Our school pays special attention to its clubs, so a lot of students come from more rural areas to enroll. 12 students then live here for the next 3 years separated from their parents. These kids are practically members of the different species when compared to someone without any academic dreams like me. Normally I wouldn't have anything to do with them, but Sunohara lives here. He used to be on the soccer team and was even accepted to the school because of how good he was. However, he lost his spot on the varsity team as a freshman after being suspended for getting into a huge fight with a student from another school. By the time the following year's squad was decided, he was already on outcast with the team. He had no choice but to leave. He doesn't have the money to move to, so he still lives in the dorms where all the jocks are.
Echt?
Mach ich es. Meint es ist weiblich, sonst muss ich mich zu Grund im Boden schämen. How many times do I have to tell you? But the volume.
Sollen wir das anders machen? Das eben, die Voice, mache ich dann und dann machst du den anderen männlichen Charakter.
But the volume's nearly all the way down! Sonora is standing there. He's in front of another room, talking to a student about twice his size.
That doesn't matter. These walls are paper thin, so I can still hear you. Listen on our headphones or something.
Ach du Scheiße. Come on, I can afford those.
Then don't listen at all.
But I can't get into the zone without it. Plus, I think the music's pretty cool anyway. Warte, ey, seine Augen sind asymmetrisch.
Ja, der Kopf so geneigt.
You should listen to the lyrics next time. They're totally cool.
I don't think you get it. I don't care if they're cool or not. You need to understand how pissed off I'm right now.
Schrei, ne?
Seriously. If I hear you one more time, I'm kicking your ass straight out of there.
Lana! Da. Sonora hangs his head, still standing in front of the no closed door. Damn it! Stupid rugby players! He mumbles the words under his breath.
He won't be able to hear you like that, you know? Damn it! Damn it, stupid rugby players!
Standing behind him, I repeat his words with a yell. Sonora grabs my head and drags me into this room. I can hear angry yells of, "Hey, who was that?" resonating from the hallway. Are we trying to get him killed?
You're the one who said that. Say that.
Listen, Okazaki. Ich finde gerade meine Stimme. My relationship with those guys has been rocky at best lately, and I haven't even been causing any trouble.
Then let's get out with a bang.
Bangity bang ding bang.
Bang, bang, bangity bang.
I still have another year left here. What?
And you're just going to live and feel like this an entire time?
Hey, now. I don't back down from one-on-one fights, even if that means fighting one of the rugby guys. What the fuck? But he's not the only guy on the team living here. They're in all the rooms around us.
Will dir jetzt Tomo einblasen?
I can't make trouble here. I'd be totally outnumbered. But I guess I wouldn't mind doing something crazy right before graduation. I'll be counting on you to have my back then, alright? Wink wink.
Great! I'll be sure to take a shot of my own at you while I'm at it.
You're supposed to be covering my back, not stabbing it.
I'm on the rugby team side, you know?
Shut up. Since when?
Oh, not now, but I will be then all this goes down. Sorry.
What? Why? Did these 2 years we spent together meant nothing to you? Really? The wall shakes. The rumble is followed by a quiet down.
I kicked the wall right back for you.
No! Don't!
You get scared away too easily.
Dude, put his hand on my shoes.
That face.
He's crying now. Please, just don't make any trouble while you're here.
Sure.
His pathetic display has such an impact on me that I give it without thinking.
So ist er wirklich.
No, I settle down in the small area between the wall and Snorri's ever-present kotatsu table and begin to eat my dinner.
Don't repeat your term edit, kotatsu. Fuck off. Sorry, could I get some tea?
You think I'm gonna serve you tea?
Hey, I said sorry.
Ist grad schwarz geworden? I don't care if you apologize or not. You're not getting any tea from me. What do you think this is? The cafeteria?
We're in your room, I understand that. And you're my mate here.
Holy shit. Yeah, you definitely don't get any now.
Please? I forgot to buy some.
So, is the idea of going out to buy some yourself just not registering?
But I thought you wanted to do anything you could to be of service to me after I saved your life. No? No?
No. What? That never happened.
That's what you told me after I saved you. Tough.
So,
Though.
yeah.
Cool. That man named Sunhara died long ago. Before you now stands your loyal attendant. I'm but a simple tea servant. That's what you say to me.
What?
So, tea please.
That's the worst story I've ever heard.
Alright, could you just get me one last cup of tea then?
I'm not getting you a last cup. Just like I'm not getting you a first cup.
Oh, but it's such a moving story. You'll definitely wants to pour some once you hear it. You seem done for after suffering life-threatening injuries. But I thirsty ordered you to make me tea. So you summoned up the last drops of your strength to go brew. Strength.
No.
To go brew some. If as you gloved on all fours. And then, Mr. Okazaki, here's the tea, sir. And this cup will be my last. You died with a smile on your face.
Man! I sound remarkably satisfied in that story.
Well, it was exactly how you wished to go after all. What is gone?
Ich hab nur geatmet.
Nevertheless, I sat there drinking that final cup of tea as I cried.
Nichtsdestotrotz, weißt du.
See, moving, isn't it? So, tea please.
Die labern seit einer halben Stunde über Tee. Was soll das? already told you no. Blowy.
So.
I spent the rest of my time there reading a magazine.
So. Wir haben so. Ich denke mal.
Das reicht erstmal für heute?
Ja, wir haben heute genug über Tee gelabert.
Also heute werde ich garantiert keinen Tee trinken. Das steht fest.
Auf jeden Fall.
Oh.
Wir haben halt jetzt 3 Charaktere kennengelernt.
First Impression.
Ja,
Der erste Eindruck war, so wie ich die Serie kenne, enttäuscht.
Du kennst die Serie halt nicht, ne? Das ist dein Problem.
Ja, und was ich gerade gesehen habe, hat auch alles bestätigt.
Das war nicht mal die erste Folge.
Okay.
Auf jeden Fall,
ja, das wär's für heute, ne?
Wir haben Girl A kennengelernt.
Girl A.
Ja, ich darf ja keinen Namen nennen. Auf jeden Fall, ja, wir sehen uns dann beim nächsten Mal vom zweiten Part.
Mhm.
Dann gucken wir, ob wir wieder über Tee reden oder...
Vielleicht reden die diesmal über Kaffee oder so.
Mal sehen, was halt dann aussagt. Auf jeden Fall, wir sehen uns dann beim nächsten Mal. Hatte Tschüss und...
Bereitet uns kein Problem.
Ja, no problem. So, wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal.
Ja, okay, verabschiede dich schon.
Diesmal kann ich sagen, wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal.
P.